Good morning and pranams to all of you. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome again to our Gita discussion. Our chariot has to move. Before we start, let us please close our eyes. Remembering our breath. And through the breath, remembering the presence of the Lord within us and everywhere. Sarvopanishado gavo Dogda Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Okta Dogdan Gitam Rutan Maha. All the Upanishads are like the cows. Krishna, the son of cowherd, is the milker. Arjuna, Partha, is the calf. And all people who are listening are the drinkers of the nectar of the Gita, who is the milk. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Salutations to Lord Krishna, the universal teacher, the son of Vasudeva, the destroyer of Kancha and Chanura, and the supreme bliss of Devaki. Om Tat Sat. I was just thinking about the Gita and the chapters we are going through. Just think in a river. From where the river starts, from its source, maybe in the top of the mountain, very tiny, some water flowing slowly, shallow, and then slowly going down and meeting another streamings of water, and slowly meeting some creeks, and then getting to another river, and slowly going in this process, in its journey, getting a little bit wider and deeper, changing the color of water. But if we think since the source, let's say in the top of the mountain, till the ocean, that's final destination, there is a connection. Doesn't matter if the tiny river or a large and deep river, they're all connected. The water is connected. And the river doesn't stop in some place and cease to exist and then another river. It's just one flow of water, but in its course, when change the country and other places change its direction, the name also changes. So we have here the Amazon River, but the Amazon River can be called for many other names passing through another countries and then reach the ocean. I was thinking about this example of a river because Gita is like that. It's just from the first chapter to the last, it's like a flowing of a river. Beginning with some teachings, some explanations of the Lord, and slowly these teachings are flowing down and slowly getting wider and getting deeper. In the same way that the rivers change their names, Gita also changed the names of the chapters, but doesn't mean that they are isolated. They are just a sequence, the flowing of this river slowly going to final destination, that is the divine sea, the divine ocean. We will see in the Gita, we can see that apparently many teachings are repeated by Lord Krishna, especially now that when we are studying 7th, 8th, and now the 9th chapter. Many teachings look like the same, but they are not repetitions, they are reinforcement. They are coming again like the water of the river, but they are coming with a new format, a little bit wider and deeper, with more information to open more the consciousness and the heart of Arjuna and all of us. So this is the beauty. I remember when Guruji says that Gurudev used to give one class or lecture about Gita, and the next day he would tell the same chapter completely different. And then you say, Baba, did you perceive some mistake? He'll say, no, I understood differently. It's getting wider and deeper. So this is the beauty of Gita. It's the continuous flow. And then what happens? After some time, when the river is coming closer to the ocean, the water is getting a little bit salty. We can perceive that it's closer to the ocean. And this, it will be the experience. Arjuna is listening till now. Teachings of Lord Krishna. But very soon, he will start to feel the saltness of the water. That means the experience, what he's listening, receiving, it will slowly become experience for him. So we will start our 9th chapter. Atha Navamodhyaya. So thus we start this chapter. This chapter 9 is called Raja Vidya Guhya Yoga. The yoga of the royal knowledge and the royal secrets. Why it's called? Let's begin with this. Why is secret? Maybe Lord Krishna doesn't want to reveal this to everybody. Why not everybody can access or receive this if it's so important? In the first verse, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, "Oh Arjuna, you are worthy. I'm going to reveal this secret for you, this knowledge for you, because you are anasuyil. You are free from jealousy." And then you receive. So, the first point, why is it secret? It's not because Lord Krishna doesn't want to reveal to everybody, but it's because we are not ready. And what is the prerequisite? Requisite? Free from jealousy. If we think about it, how many of us are worthy of receiving this supreme knowledge, secret knowledge, if we have to be completely free from jealousy? And then Guruji went a little bit far. It's not only jealousy. This word in Sanskrit also means free from likes and dislikes. It's getting more hard. And also free from fault-finding nature. So the ones who are free from these three aspects, jealousy, fault-finding nature, and likes and dislikes, these ones are ready to receive the secret. So we can see the secret's not on the part of Lord Krishna, but it's now our part. We have to be ready for it. Guruji says, we are willing to receive this knowledge. We want to open our third eye, but we are not able to use our two eyes that are already open nicely and as we should use. So he says, before you want to open your third eye, first learn how to use your two eyes that are open in the world. That means don't live with so much duality. Don't live with so much judgment. Don't live with so much likes and dislikes. And then slowly your jealousy or this garbage will go away. And then the knowledge will come to you. So first take care of the two eyes. So this is the first aspect. Why is it secret? And the second one, Is it secret because who really wants to know this truth? Who really wants to know the reality of life? Who really wants to know who he is or she is really are? Let us say you know this truth. You know that you are divine. There is only God in the world. You get your contacts in WhatsApp and say, I have to tell you one secret. You are God. Who will care for your knowledge? Who will say, oh, thank you for this information? So it's also secret because very few people in this world wants to know. Because of that is secret. And even the person who are willing to know, they cannot easily experience because they are not ready. So even if you tell someone, you are the soul, you are eternal, you are immortal, even if that person, oh, now I know, but still it's a secret for that person. Until and unless we have the experience of that, for us it is still a secret. So we are listening now. We are reading this chapter. But until and unless we have the experience of the secret, for us also it's going to be and to keep a secret. So two parts. He says first, is a secret. And it's hidden. Normally the secrets are hidden. Where this secret, this royal secret is hidden? In the most hidden place, possibly. Do you know where is it? Inside us. Gurudev used to have a prayer before his talks, very common. Commonly he used to chant, Eko Devo Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhaha. One God is hidden in all living beings. He's the essence of all, but it is hidden. Again, it's not because he doesn't want to reveal himself to everybody, but who looks inside? Everybody, the whole world is just looking outside, searching for this treasure, the secret outside. But the secret, the treasure is hidden inside us, just to wait to be discovered. So this is another reason because Lord Krishna said it's secret. Because no one thinks, oh, let me look inside myself. And the other aspect, this is Raja Guhya, is the secret, royal secret. And now Lord Krishna also calls Raja Vidya. Why this knowledge that we are going to receive now is royal? Two reasons. Because it says that it's the only knowledge that we can know in totality. Beautiful. No other knowledge that we receive in this world, in this life, we can know in totality. Let us say, I will ask you, do you know your father? You say yes. Very good. So, if I ask the name, you tell me. But then if I ask, give me the number of the passport of your father. Give me the blood type of your father. Give me some other dates of your father. You will start to say, I don't know, I don't know. So you don't know your father in totality. Everything that we say we know in this world is partial. It will come to some point that we will say, I don't know. From here onwards, I don't know. But this knowledge that we are receiving from Lord Krishna, we can know in totality. It's the only knowledge. Because of that is royal. Because it's ourself, it's our own nature. So whenever we get access to that, we know completely in totality. This is the first reason why it's royal. And the second reason is every knowledge that we get is to have some benefit, is to have some improvement in our lives. Let us say you have knowledge how to make money. With that, you'll be comfortable in your life. You have knowledge how to take care of your body, so you have more health. You have knowledge how to deal with others. You have a good family. But all this knowledge will bring some comfort, some release, some good feeling for you, but not completely. For example, if you make money, you know how to make money. Not necessarily with the money you will be healthy. Not necessarily the money you have a good relationships. So they are independent, they are partial. But this knowledge that we are going to receive from Lord Krishna will give us completely release from Ashubhan, all things that are unauspicious in our lives. Misery, sadness, anger, jealousy, fear, ignorance, everything with just knowledge will completely vanish from our lives. So it's not just one aspect of our life that will improve. Our whole life will be discovered, will be clean and pure. And it's very nice to think that it's not because this knowledge will remove the ignorance or will cure us, but this knowledge will just show us that we are never under the spell of misery. We are never engaged into suffering. It was just an illusion. We are not seeing properly. So this knowledge will just show us that all these things in the world that we call suffering, misery, and unauspiciousness, in reality never touch us. So it will remove all our ignorance. And this is because, this is why it's called royal. Also, Lord Krishna says that it's easy and easy to practice because it's our own essence, it's our own nature, and it's so natural as our breath goes in and out. In fact, the breath is the way that we can reach there. So, after getting this understanding of the names, Lord Krishna start to describe in the sequence of verses this secret. Remember that we are in the portion of the Gita where is the revelation of God. God is revealing his own nature. So he says, I will read for you 2 verses. The whole universe is pervaded by me as the unmanifest divine form. All beings are within me, but speaking the truth, I not abide in them. So he's saying first revelation. I abide, I pervade the whole universe in my unmanifested form. And all creation, all beings are in me. But speaking the truth, I'm not abiding in them. It looks a little bit strange. Let's say, we say the soul is in the body. But here Lord Krishna says, it's not true. This is just a concept, an expression for us to understand. Whenever you say that something is here, you are limiting that thing. If it's here, it may not be there. But the God, the soul is everywhere. It's not inside the body. It's inside, it's outside, it's up, down, it's in the body. So he pervades everything. So we cannot say the soul is here or God is here because it's everywhere. But at the same time, all the created things are in God. And then he goes further, and then he says, and yet the beings do not abide in me. Though I am the sustainer of all beings, myself dwells not in those beings. Previously said, the beings are in me. Now he's saying the beings are not in me. In the first aspect, he was saying about dependence. All the creations is completely dependent on the Lord. But the Lord does not depend on them to exist. And here, he's saying that the creation does not abide in me. That means I do not have any trace of the creation in me. I don't have any quality of the creation in me. Whenever the creation is finished, I don't have any trace of it. I don't develop the qualities of creation. Let us say it's the soul of an angry man. God doesn't become angry because he's pervading the angry man. The same as a good man, the same as a child, small, fat or thin. So the qualities of the creation does not affect the Lord. And this is another aspect of detachment. Detachment of the Lord. He is the creator. He is in the creation, but he is not affected nor attached to the creation. And the last aspect, he says, again he says, the creation is in me. And then he gives the example of air and space. The air is created by the space, formed by the space, and exists only in the space. The air cannot go in any place where there is no space, because space is everywhere. So wherever air goes and moves everywhere, it's in the space. So the other aspect Lord is saying here, we are all the time in the lap of God. Even if you say, God, I'm very angry with you, I will go away from you. You cannot. Wherever you go, whatever you do, whatever movement you do, doesn't matter. You are always in the lap of God. So another aspect he's saying here, I am with you all the time. Doesn't matter. Once Guruji told one story that one guru gave one small bird to one disciple and says, I want you to go and to kill this bird, but must be in a place where no one is looking for this action. So the disciple got the bird and was sad, and then went to some room and locked the room and say, no one is looking at me. And when he looked at the bird, say, oh, the bird is looking for me. So he closed the eyes of the bird. And then when he was going to do the action, he just remembered one teaching of his master, that God is all pervasive. God is omnipresent. Then he was really released. And then he opened the door and came back with the bird still alive. And then the Guru was showing his dissatisfaction, say, you are unworthy. One instruction I gave you, you didn't do. Why did you not kill this bird? And then he say, Master, I just remember your teaching that God is everywhere. So even though the bird was with eyes closed, I closed my eyes, but still then God was looking at us because he's everywhere. And then the Guru was overwhelmed. So remember this. God is in the creation, but the creation exists in God, but is not in God. And at the same time, the creation is all the time in the lap of God. We cannot escape from that. It's very beautiful. We should think a little bit more about this. Gurudev used to say also, I'm moving my hand and I'm touching God. He's everywhere, where he is not. Then he starts to go a little bit deeper and give more examples about this existence. We are immersed in God. And then he says, with the help of my nature, and I'm being the supervisor, I create and produce everything, inanimate and animate in this creation. I am the cause of the universe. We have to reflect a little bit more, have to think a little bit more about these truths. And then the next step in this chapter is how to practice all this. How can I get this experience? And then he says in the verse 14, meditate constantly remembering me with strong determination and vows. And most important, with bowing to me, honoring me with devotion. You get me. You'll be united with me. So, meditation with determination and discipline, along with devotion. If we think this is Kriya Yoga, we have to practice. We have to turn our faces to the Lord to have this experience. And then to become more clear to Arjuna, as we say in Jnana and Vijnana, he gave some explanations of what is he in this creation. And then he says, I am the father, I am the mother, and the grandfather of the whole universe. I am reality as well as unreality. I am immortality, but I am also that I radiate heat for the creation to exist. I bring rain and I also stop the rain. I am the sacrifice. Then he gives the example of the ceremony. I am the ceremony. I am the fire. I am the offering. I am the mantra. I am the herbs that are offered. So, in many examples, he's saying, I am everything in this creation and beyond this creation. Just think, reflect upon this, and you get with me. Then he goes further with this revelation. What is the result of this practice? What is the result of knowing, experience this knowledge? And then he says beautifully in the verse 22, that is exactly the middle of Bhagavad Gita. He says, for this person who constantly are think of me, loving me, meditate upon me, I bring what they lack and I preserve what they have. That is two simple statements, but is the core of our lives. All the time we are doing two things. We are struggling to preserve what we have. Name and fame, health, wealth, people, friends, everything. We are struggle to preserve. And at the same time, we are struggling to have more. I need more people, I need more friends, I need more money, I need more food, I need more meditation. We are struggling all the time in life because of these two aspects, preserving and having more. God is saying, whenever you turn towards me, all your worries will disappear because I will take care of your two main aspects of your life. I will preserve and I will take care of whatever you need extra. But does God does not already do this for us? Yes. But as we do not perceive this, we will still get worried, miserable, fearful with the future, insecurity that we are going to lose something. So he's saying, whenever you start to experience my presence, this truth, all your garbage, worries, anxieties, fear, insecurity will vanish. And for that, who can practice this? Do I need to know Sanskrit mantras? Do I need to be a monk? Do I need to renounce everything in my life? Do I need to be Brahman? Do I need to be some man or women? Lord is, do I need to be good or bad? Lord is saying, you don't need to have any specific qualifications. The main thing, then he says in the verse 26, the most important thing is you turn towards me with a pure heart and devotion. Wherever you offer to me with a pure heart and devotion, like a child, doesn't matter if it's a flower, a leaf, a fruit, or just a drop of water. I will accept that offering with so much love, with so much joy. So it's that attitude in life that we need. We need to turn towards God with this childlike attitude. There is one short story. I know we are going a little bit on time, but it's a true story, real story. One great saint of Maharashtra, his father used to do puja in his home. And then before meals, he used to come with the food and offer it to the deity, close the door and say to the small child, 5 years old, so let's stay here outside while God is eating, and whatever remains, it's our prasad. So after some time, he'll get the plate with the completely food and take to house and say, it's blessed by Lord. One day he could not go to the temple. And then he said to the 5 years old child, please, go, I cannot go and do this ceremony for me. Offer the food before we eat. So he went to the temple with the plate and didn't know any mantra, nothing. He just said, God, I brought your food. Please eat. I wait outside. So he just went outside, closed his eyes, but he was excited. So he came in very quickly and food was still there. Oh God, maybe I came too quick. I wait a little bit more. He's waiting. Come back again. The food was whole. Then he started to become a little bit upset. Why do you eat the food my father brings? It's because he knows mantras. Why you do not accept? Don't you like me? And he tried one more, again, no sign of eating food. Then he starts to cry. God, somehow you don't like me. Somehow you do not accept my offering. You didn't touch my food. It's entire, intact. I do not understand, but I will not eat also if you don't eat my food. After he's crying, he's opened his child heart for God. When he came inside the temple, the food was eaten. Just a small part was left. And then his joy was no bound. And then he take the food. Of course, the father could not believe and took a long time to understand that it was true. God really eats the food that child offered without mantra anything. It was just his attitude, childlike, pure heart and devotion. It's what we need to conquer God, to feel this experience. The thing is, we have to acknowledge this presence in our life. It's not that we have to call God to come here. As he mentioned, he's everywhere. He's in us, outside us, on up, above, on right and left, in and out. But we have to acknowledge his presence. And so in the last verse I'm going to mention, he said, Yat karoshi yadashnasi yajuhosi dadasya yatapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushvama darpanam. Everything you do in life, remember me. Do as an offering to me. If you are doing charity, if you are doing ceremony, if you are working, if you are doing penance, meditating, you have to do everything, but remember me. Do everything as an offering to me, and then you come to me. This is the beautiful message. It's the beautiful secret and royal knowledge, and at the same time, how we should practice, how we should live in our lives to have access to that, to be worthy of experience this truth, the only truth of life. And it's the truth that every one of us are looking for, consciously or unconsciously. We have a lot to reflect, we have a lot to put into practice, because only reading, only theory is not enough. Let us close our eyes, please. In this chapter, the Lord concludes his teachings with a beautiful verse that is the goal of our living our lives, how we should live. Manmana bhava mad bhakto, madhyaj man namaskuru, mamaiva shasi yuktaivam, atmanan mat paranayaha. Fix your mind on me. Be devoted to me. Worship me and bow to me. Having disciplined yourself with me as the Supreme God, we shall come to me. Om Tat Sariti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishads Brahma Vidyaya Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Raja Vidya Guhya Yoga Namanavamodhyaya. Here, thus, we conclude the 9th chapter with the revelation of truth, the secret knowledge, the royal knowledge. We have to go inside to access. We have to go to our breaths. Please keep watching your breath. And today we will listen one hymn composed by Lord Shankara, Adi Shankara, Nirvana Satakam. That says, I'm not this body, senses, I'm not this. I am consciousness and I'm bliss. Keep your eyes closed and watching your breath. Manobujahankara chitaninatam Nasasrotra shive Nachadhananetre Nachavyoma bhumi Nadesho navayuhi Chidanandarupaha Shivoham 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 Chidanandarupaha Shivokevaloham Nacha prana sangyo navai panchavayuhu Navasaptadhatu navapanchakoshaha Navakpanipadam nachopastapayuhu Chidanandarupaha Shivoham 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 Chidanandarupaha Shivoham Shivoham Name Dveshurago Name Lobhamoho Madonnaiva Menaiva Matsarya Bhavaha Nadharmo Nacharto Nakamo Namokshaha Chidanandarupaha Shivoham 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 Chidanandarupaha Shivoham Shivoham Na punyam na papam na saukhyam na dukhyam Na mantro na tirtham na veda na yajnaha Aham bhojanannaiva bhojam na bhokta Chidanandarupaha Shivoham 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 Chidanandarupaha Shiva Kevaloham Name Mrutu Shanka Name Jati Vedaha Pitrunaiva Menaiva Mata Najamaha Nabandhu Namitram Gurur Naiva Shishyaha Chidanandarupaha Shivoham 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 Chidanandarupaha Shiva Kevaloham Aham Nirvikalpo Nirakara Rupaha Vibhutvacha Sarvatra Sarvendriyanam Nachasangatannaiva Muktir Nameyaha Chidanandarupaha Shivoham 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 Chidanandarupaha Shiva Kevaloham, Shivoham, 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 Chidananda, Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidananda, Shivoham, Shivoham. O Lord, please allow us to realize Thee, to realize Thy form, to realize Thy love, and Thy presence all the time with me, within me and everywhere. Give me more love, give me more discipline, give me more devotion to me, so I can meditate on Thee, so I can reflect upon this reality of life, this truth. And not only that, to have the experience of who I am in reality. Let me perceive this eternity, this connection in between me and you forever. Let the blessings of God and all the masters be upon us all in our journey of transformation, our journey of discovery. Trying to perceive God in all of you and everywhere, I bow with joy to all of you. Om. I thank you all for this opportunity, and we'll see you again in the next chapter. Jai Guru.